Jasper Engines and Transmissions is moving ahead on plans to purchase a Michigan-based company. We'll have more on that. Plus, Carrie Schneider is back with our friends from the Dubois County Humane Society, and Lynn Maringer with the Lincoln Heritage Public Library is our guest this evening on Inform. All of that and much more is up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. We begin this evening with the arrest of a Central Indiana man in Huntingburg early this morning on a felony narcotics warrant. Indiana State Police received a tip that 25-year-old Christopher Brinker of Newcastle was wanted on a felony narcotics warrant in Henry County for dealing in a Schedule II controlled substance. Police were also told that Brinker was living in Jasper and was working at OFS Brands in Huntingburg. Just before 12:50 a.m. this morning, police went to OFS along Skyline Drive in Huntingburg and took Brinker into custody without incident. Brinker was lodged in the Dubois County Security Center, and he faces a Class A felony for dealing in a Schedule II controlled substance. Dubois County Sheriff's deputies and Huntingburg Police assisted Indiana State Police. A key deadline in the process over the issues surrounding the Jasper Power Plant has passed. Healthy Dubois County and the Jasper Common Council and Utility Service Board missed the October 26th deadline for working out an agreement concerning part of the discovery process. Last week, the Jasper Common Council and Jasper Utility Service Board requested that Knox County Judge Sherry Greg Gilmore, the special judge on the case, rule on a request made to mandate that Healthy Dubois County and its members give requested information as part of the discovery process. This process involves the collection of information and documents that pertain to an upcoming trial. The deadline for the agreement to be in place was set during a hearing back on October 16th. Healthy Dubois County filed the original lawsuit back in August of 2011. The lawsuit claims that the city held 6 executive sessions in violation of the Indiana Open Door Law. Since the initial lawsuit was filed, the group has also challenged that meetings that were held with a volunteer group of members of both the Common Council and Utility Service Board, as well as other city officials, also violated the Open Door Law. Additionally, both sides submitted additional information for Greg Gilmore to consider last week. Greg Gilmore is considering whether to grant city officials' request for a partial summary judgment in their favor concerning any claims of the 6 executive sessions being in violation of the Open Door Law. City officials also requested the judgment in their favor concerning Healthy Dubois County's claims for payment of its attorney fees. The trial for the lawsuit is set for January 14th and 15th in Dubois County Circuit Court, with Greg Gilmore presiding. Finally this evening, a local company has announced its plans to purchase a Michigan-based parts supplier. Jasper Engines and Transmissions and Weller Truck Parts have announced a letter of intent for Jasper Engines and Transmissions to purchase the Michigan-based Weller Truck Parts Company. Weller will remain an independent company, as will Jasper Engines. However, both will be working together to share ideas for best practices, as well as for making improvements for the benefit of both sides, according to company officials. John Weller says they are very proud of what has been built, and the move to partner with Jasper Engines and Transmissions fits what the Weller brand wants to do for the future. Jasper Engines and Transmissions advertising manager Mike Fow says the process started several years ago, but picked up more steam in recent years.
We had talked to them about 3 years ago, and I don't think the time was right for either one of us. And it's been progressing. We've stayed in touch, and here just recently it was decided to sign the letter of intent. It was the right time for both parties.
Fow says the purchase represents an opportunity for Jasper Engines and Transmissions to return to the Class 7 and 8 truck market, which they had gotten out of recently.
Those are things that we did at one time. We really got out of that market to pursue more profitable things for us. It's a very profitable market for them, and so it's going to open up a whole new area, a lot of different applications for us that we really don't get into now.
The purchase is expected to be finalized in the spring of 2014, and the companies will begin working closer together leading up to that time. Weller Auto Parts is not included in the deal, and the Weller family will continue in their ownership of that company. Weller Truck Parts started in 1973 as a growth of Weller Auto Parts, which was started by Harry Weller Sr. and his son Junior back in 1930. Junior's 4 sons, John, Skip, Chris, and Paul, bought the business back in 1985 and began focusing on remanufacturing. John and Paul increased the company's focus with the opening of a state-of-the-art remanufacturing facility in 2000. Weller currently employs 800 associates and has 29 production and distribution facilities. The company focuses largely on remanufacturing of heavy-duty transmissions and differentials. Coming up after the break, Carrie is back with our friends from the DuBois County Humane Society, plus your local forecast, sports with Kurt Gooksell, and Inform featuring Lincoln Heritage Public Library Director Lynn Maringer. That's all up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Local people watching local people.